is one of those things that Blackfalds, we've invested a lot over the years, and it's grown to the point where we have, this is one of those things that Blackfalds stands out having. So as much as we're trying to discuss how we can make this as cost effective as possible, I'm extremely proud that we have this, and I had no way want us to try and minimize that reputation. I mean, just yesterday, had a meeting with CP about the holiday train coming through, and CP has made it pretty clear that this is one of their favorite stops coming through, that they look forward. Their performers talk about this coming into Blackfalds. This is like the stop they all want to come to. So they're excited as much as we're excited for them to come through at nighttime because they get to see our lights. I think they made a funny comment that usually they're the big light up in the community when they come through with that holiday train, and they feel like there's no way they can compete with Blackfalds. So we should be proud that this is something that we stand out having. I know that we've kind of scaled back, the lights, at least the amount that we've invested every year compared to before. But I think it's one of those things that is important for us to maintain. And I think, as Councillor Appel pointed out, probably midnight is, in my mind, that would make sense. Not everybody goes to bed at 10 o'clock. We probably have people there that might be the only opportunity to get the tour is between 10 and midnight. So I definitely think that we should maintain it until at least midnight or 1 o'clock. But yeah, I think that by middle of January, the novelty's worn off. I would agree that it could probably be turned off by then. Councillor Schwab?
Okay, so let's add a little bit more to this. I like the midnight idea. I would love to see it being left on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day all day, because people love to celebrate Christmas. And I think it would be great. I don't know if that can be factored into a timer or not, but I know people enjoy Christmas lights for that. I would also like to see, if we're going till midnight after New Year's Day, it coming down at 10 o'clock at night, because not as many people are out after because it's cold. So those are my thoughts. A date, I would like to see at least 3 weeks past Christmas, because it's usually really cold and people are always asking for the lights to stay on. So whether it would be January 22nd or January 29th, I think that would be great. I don't know what the weather's going to be like, but I know that a lot of people always ask for us to keep them on longer.
My birthday is at the end of January. We could maybe target it around mine. Just kidding aside. Anyone else's thoughts? I appreciate the suggestion about Christmas Day, New Year's Day. Although it is photo cell, right? So we wouldn't be able to force them to stay on during the day. It would be, It would just be that they don't get turned off at night. And that time of year, I guess it would probably be about 8 o'clock in the morning before they would turn off again. Councillor Appel.
Thank you. Just a note, so 3 weeks exactly after Christmas is January 15th.
Okay. Was that what you suggest, 3 weeks after Christmas or 3 weeks into the new year?
I would put 22nd, just because I would go with the 22nd or the 29th, just because the kids are getting back into school around the 8th, I'm assuming. And if it's cold or people are away on holidays, they still want to enjoy the lights. So if we cut it off on the 15th, it doesn't give them too much time. If we wait till around the 22nd, it might be enough. 29th for sure would be definitely enough.
When we extended this, was it last year or the year before, we had a figure of how much it cost? Was it something like $600? Is this something to that effect, to go an extra 2 weeks or something like that?
Yeah, we talked about it last year. We had a budget of $450 from November 25th to January 3rd. So to extend it an extra couple months would probably be an additional few $100s.
Yeah, we're not talking about a few months. So we're talking about a week
weeks.
or two. So $100, something to that effect to do an extra week. Not even.
We're decreasing at night, so.
And if we're dimming it, then maybe it'll all balance out in the end. I'm okay with the 22nd. I know that there's a couple of, but I don't know if we should overthink it, but I'm okay with that. I want everybody in the community to enjoy it. I'm proud of it, like I said. But in the end, I think what Councillor Sands said would be important to me, that maybe we address over the next year as a capital expenditure that panel to try and accommodate a timer. This is not something that's a one-off. This is going to be ongoing for years, right? So midnight, how does everybody feel about that? I see a lot of nodding heads. Looks good. And straw vote on the 15th or the 22nd. Everybody's good with the 22nd? Okay. Do we need a resolution for that?
No, I think that we've got direction here.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Councillor Pell?
And then we also just said, or Councillor Schwab had mentioned that, midnight until after New Year's, and then turn them off at 10.
Well,
I would assume that because there
if
won't be any
possible.
staff on those days. Would that be a correct statement, other than maybe a CPO? The week? Oh, okay. Well, the full week? Councillor Pell.
Sorry, I just meant I wasn't trying to cause anyone additional work on New Year's Day or anything. Just in January when everyone's
Yeah.
back and doing things. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All
we
right.
got it.
Thank you so much. We have no notices of motion, but we do have confidential. So thank you, everyone who joined us virtually. This will be the end of our open meeting. We'll be going, I'll call a 5-minute recess, and after that, we will come back in camera. Thank you. 5 minutes at 7:59.